This is part 3. I have 54 minutes left on my phone, more than enough time. So I'll babble on for another 5 minutes and I'll start talking about the interesting topic, which is swimming with the sharks. Obviously, there's not that much to talk about for that. I've already mentioned, you guys already know what I'm talking about. I already mentioned about that. I thought it'd be cool to make a nice video called Swimming with the Sharks. Obviously, so I'll babble on for like a good 5 more minutes. I have plenty of time here. And I'll start talking about the very interesting topic, which is swimming with the sharks. This is part 3. But because my keyboard works, I don't even have to tell you the parts anymore, what part I'm on. Because you guys, I have what? Let me adjust my camera here for a sec. Yeah. Because I have what? My keyboard works, so you guys will know what part I'm on, obviously. And you're also going to see the intro for this video because this is going to be Ivan's Miscellaneous series, Swimming with the Sharks. I didn't take notes, but I didn't have to take notes because what? I already know what I want to talk about in and out, obviously. I'll talk a little bit more about my movies and all stuff, and for a good like 4 more minutes, and I'll start talking about the interesting topic, which is swimming with the sharks. Obviously, as Amazon are sharks. Obviously, Amazon is a big company, one of the biggest companies in the world. I believe. I don't know if it's the biggest company in the world, but it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Obviously, and it's also and the Hollywood actors are the best of the best in the world. Obviously, hence they're also sharks. Hence you got to watch out for the sharks. I'm gonna keep saying it. As sharks, when sharks smell blood, what they go on a frenzy mode. Obviously, hence why you got to be careful about the sharks. Obviously, so what I keep saying is guys like Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg. There's a good chance those guys are going to be chosen for my Hidden Valor movie. I don't have them chosen yet, as there's other good candidates, but there's a high chance in a good 16 years from now, whatever it is, when I'm starting the process for that movie, I'll have my secretaries give their agents because even though my script developers are going to be looking over the reels, whenever I want to cast an actor, I'll just have my secretaries give the actor's agent a call. So if an actor's chosen, I'll just have okay, call this actor. I give the actors the secretaries all the names, and the secretaries call all the actors' agents. As all the Hollywood actors, their information will be in what the Sky Source database, obviously, and vice versa. So my secretaries put out the ads for the casting calls. All the agents know in Hollywood, as well as I want all the actors who are working in Hollywood. I want them all in my database. Their name, their agent's name, their agency, all that stuff. That way, what the secretaries, if whenever a secretary wants to call this actor's agent, they look at the guy's profile and you see his agent's name, his agency. They call the actor, and that's how the actors what. That's how it's gonna work for the actors chosen for Zanus. My secretaries will give their agents a call, congratulate them if they're casted. That's how it's gonna work, obviously. There's a good chance guys like Will Smith, Mark Wahlberg, I'm gonna give their agents 80% chance I'm gonna have those guys cast for the Hidden Vampire movie. If they are, they're the lucky ones, obviously. KJ Appa's chosen for their unique, so you're lucky. You're lucky, obviously. And those 2 actors are chosen for the organization, and you also have the actors chosen for Zanus. I don't know who I want to cast for Sirius. I don't know who I want to cast for Eli and Cornelius. So those guys, you're gonna have to send your rules. Those actors, I'll have them be B-list actors. They're cheaper. I'll pay them a nice $3 million for the role. The actor for Mary, I said 2.9. I can pay her $3 million, which is nice, obviously, for the role. Obviously, the voice actor for Aratat, I don't know who I want to cast for that. For Fool, his son, as well as Morale. Those are the 3 major animal characters. I don't know who I want to cast for those roles, obviously. Whereas all the minor ones like Mass Bass and all them, I don't know who I want to cast for those guys. Darius the Blacksmith, Bull the Pit Watcher, don't know who I want to cast for those guys. The Crows, the Eagles, I don't know who I want to cast for the voice actors for those characters, obviously. And you also have Ephesus. But the voice actor for Ephesus, the actor who's gonna wear the mask for Ephesus, I'm gonna pay that actor a nice like 500 grand. 450, 500 grand. Even though Ephesus isn't like in one scene pretty much. He's not even though Ephesus isn't in a lot of scenes in the book, obviously. Because Ephesus is a big part of the plot, I'm gonna pay that voice actor like a nice 400. 500 is too much. I'll pay him a nice like 450 grand. That way you get unheard of performance from that voice. Because Ephesus is a big part of the plot. Obviously. Hence why I'm gonna pay that actor a nice like 450 grand, obviously. And the actor for Lithius and Baramis, they're pretty major, but they're a bit more minor. I'll pay those guys like $650,000. 650, 700. I can even pay him. No, I'll pay him like $650,000, which is nice, obviously. $650,000, which is a nice paycheck. Still a pretty good paycheck, obviously. And then all the other minor characters, you pay like 150, 200, 250,000, 300, 250,000, depending on how much scenes they're in, obviously. Obviously, right? There's a good chance, guys, that Keanu Reeves, you guys just if you already know, it's Keanu Reeves, Samuel Jackson, Ben Affleck. I'm thinking either Ben Affleck or Samuel Jackson for the big boss. Scarlett Johansson. There's a good chance those actors are going to be the chosen actors. The chosen three big actors for my my amazing Great Escape movie. Looking at an amazing movie for them. And those actors I think are perfect for the role, obviously. So I don't have them chosen. There's other good candidates too, but there's a high chance I might even tell my secretaries, hey, I want these guys casted for my movie because they're perfect for the role. I can picture them in the movie and all, so they're good. Keanu Reeves did John Wick, badass fighter, and he's perfect for one of the hitmen and the instructors. Scarlett Johansson was Black Widow, and she's a fighter in Black Widow, and she's good too. One of the hitmans too, obviously. And Samuel Jackson's good for that boss because I saw him in Meeting Evil, and he was fucking evil in that movie. Same time, Ben Affleck is also good for the boss too. Ben Affleck has that look. You know what I'm saying? He has it. You know how Ben Affleck is like the leader in Justice League? He's like Batman. He's a leader. He's badass. He's also good for one of the boss too. Ben Affleck has that face. He has that face for a boss too. He's also good. He's also good for one of what? I'm thinking either Samuel Jackson or Ben Affleck to play the big boss, obviously. It's either going to be one of those two guys, most likely. And then the other two hitmen will be Scarlett Johansson and Keanu Reeves. And there'll be the hitmen, and they're also going to be the instructors. Because I want to give them a good chunk of scenes. A lot of scenes, obviously. They're also going to be the instructors, working in the company, all that stuff. Hence why you're looking at an amazing movie for that. But for that movie, you might hear some noise upstairs. For that movie, I'm going to have to hire CIA experts. I'll hire one CIA expert to help to explain how the CIA works. That way, me and the two script developers and the director can build the world of the organization, the organizational world. You know how James Bond, you have a fictional organization? Well, I have to build a fictional organization for my organization movie. Hence why I'm going to hire, I'll hire one or two CIA experts to help me, my wife, two script developers, and the director, the higher director, to build the world of what? The concept arts, obviously, to build the world of the organizational world, obviously. As well as I'll have the CIA expert consult when the director, the chosen director, and two script developers, when we write the script. You want to write an amazing script and build an amazing world, you have to hire CIA experts to help you, obviously. That way you get good quality for your movie. If you want something on the same level as James Bond, you have to hire CIA experts to help you build the world. Obviously, they tell you how the CIA works, and you build the world. Obviously, because I'm creative, I can come up with good ideas. Obviously, but I don't know anything about the CIA. Hence, why you have to hire CIA experts to build the world. Obviously, the only movie whereby I don't need to do concept arts is They're Unique. I don't have to do any concept arts for They're Unique. The only thing I'm going to do for They're Unique is just plan the story. That's it. Because They're Unique will take place in Vancouver. So I don't need to do any concept arts for that. But I'm gonna have for all my movies. I'm gonna plan the story. Obviously, okay. This is what I want to happen in the beginning. This is what I want to happen in the middle. This is what I want to happen in the end. Plan your story, obviously. So before I write my scripts, I'm gonna always plan out what I want to happen in the story, beginning, middle, and that way you have a foundation for when you write your script. Obviously. So for the Western Gangster movie, the Hidden Vamp movie, you have to do concept arts for that movie because you have to build the world of the island and all that stuff for the Hidden Vampire movie. For the Western Gangster movie, you have to build the Western world. You have to do concept arts for that. Great Escape movie, you have to do concept arts for that to build the organizational world, obviously. And then for Zaynus, you have to do concept arts because you have a fantasy world. Whereas They're Unique is the only movie where I don't have to do any concept arts. All I have to do is just plan the story. Plan the story, plan the characters, what happens, and that's it. I don't have to do any concept arts because the story takes place in Vancouver. But Zaynus will by far have the most what? Zaynus will by far have the most concept arts because it's a fantasy. It's a complete fantasy world where you're building everything's make believe in that movie, obviously. Hence why the Skysters will be the best brand yet. There's a good chance those actors will be chosen for my movie, obviously. If they're chosen, they're going to experience luxury buffet, luxury jet, my 100mm Icona part, 100mm Icona. They're going to be saved. They're going to experience international fame. They're going to be what? They're going to be saved, and they're not going to be left behind, obviously. And I also save their ass from the Hollywood system. as they're all those actors are going to get paid their free millions. 10 minutes here, I babbled on for a bit longer than I expected. I will start talking about the very interesting topic now. So this is Ivan's Miscellaneous series, Swimming with the Sharks. Obviously, right? So I can babble on. I have plenty of time on my phone. I have, like 44 minutes left. So I'll babble on about the topic now, okay? I didn't take notes, so you gotta bear with me here. So I'm gonna keep saying this, okay? So once me and my wife take our 1 year vacation, obviously, once me and my wife hired George Lucas and we made our plans to start Sky Source, we take our 1 year vacation, travel around the world. I told you I want to visit those countries that I mentioned, obviously. Once we do that, once we put out the ads and we hired our 7 team, our doc team, our photographers, top high-end photographers, web designer, 2 graphic designers, we hired all those guys. It's 2024 around there. Around there, we should starting Sky. Me and my wife are now what? We now hired our everyone. We're now hard at work in the office. We're doing all the board meetings, all that stuff. While this is going on, obviously, like me and my wife doing the board meetings in the office, I'm working on my script. There's a good chance there's a good chance Mel Gibson or Peter Jackson will work on a script with me, obviously. The doc team's fooling me, my wife. We're living the life, obviously. We're trending online, all that stuff. Okay? Right? Me and my wife are gonna what? We're gonna need a distributor to distribute our movies, obviously. So me and my wife have 2 choices. Either we actually have 3 choices. We have 3 choices. Either me and my wife can either release our movie online on our website, obviously. But if I release our movie online, me and my wife will make a larger percent of the profits, obviously, but the movie won't come with posters. The good thing is about online, you don't have to worry about distribution, but you're not going to get as good quality because you're watching it in HD 1080p, obviously. And it's less professional when you pay for a movie online, you watch it. That's our first choice. Our second choice is we partner with a company that already has big resources, obviously like Amazon, obviously. Amazon's the only company we can partner with. We can partner with Amazon. We partner with Amazon, and they distribute our 4K Blu-ray movies all around the world because they have big resources, hundreds of warehouses around the world to accomplish that, obviously. And the third choice, me and my wife can what? We can build our own warehouses, obviously, if we want to. We easily build our own warehouses all around the world to distribute our 4K Blu-ray movies and our posters, obviously. But I told you to do that, it would cost me and my wife billions, obviously. Hence what? So instead of paying billions of dollars to distribute all our 4K Blu-ray movies, just to pay, it's not worth paying billions of dollars, hire all these employees just to distribute one movie and like 6 posters. It's a waste of money. Plus, I told you I'm not into that crazy stuff. The moment you do that, you now have thousands of employees, huge overhead costs, and it becomes crazy and you're stressed out. Hence why that choice is out of the picture, obviously. But pretty much I have 2 choices. I have those 3 choices, but technically speaking, I have 2 choices. Either me and my wife release a movie online, obviously. We'll make more profit, obviously, because we don't have to worry about we make more money, obviously. But the movie will come with posters and it'll be less professional because you pay and you watch online and you're watching it on 1080p. Or we partner with Amazon. That's our 2 choices, obviously. As there's no other distribution company around the world that can distribute my movies worldwide like Amazon. Amazon's the biggest distribution company around the world because they're the only company I can partner with, obviously. Obviously, right? So once we're in that office and me and my wife done our board meetings, you know what I'm saying? We're hard at work working on the script. We're doing the takeouts for the crewmen, flowing, all that stuff. The head chefs, we're doing takeouts. We're partying up at our condo. The docking's filming us. We're living the life the first year, obviously. Me and my wife will pull out our phone. And if Peter Jackson, actually no, me and my wife will pull out our phone, our cell phone, and we're going to give Amazon a call, obviously. I personally want to call them personally myself. I'm gonna tell Amazon. I'm gonna tell VJ, hey, I want to partner with Amazon. We need to give Amazon a call. We will what? We'll get their what? We'll get the information for them. We'll contact the CEOs of the company. Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO, so I don't know if he'll be present. I don't know if he'll be there to sign the contracts. But the CEOs of the company, the CEOs of the company, me and my wife are gonna have to give those guys a call, obviously. So me and my wife will give them a call. Me and my wife will give them a call. We'll give the two CEOs a call, obviously. We'll give the CEOs of Amazon a call. Hey, this is Ivan Omer. This is Victoria Justice. We're the CEOs of SkySource. We just started our SkySource Entertainment Company, our SkySource Film Entertainment Company. You know what I'm saying? We know what I'm saying? We just started our SkySource Film Entertainment Company. We know that you guys are the biggest distribution company around the world. We need a film distributor to distribute our movies, obviously. We want to do business with you. Are you interested? We want to meet. We want to meet with you. Are you interested? Ask them that. And Amazon will obviously be interested. Okay, yeah, we're interested, obviously. You know what I'm saying? We set up the meeting, obviously. Again, the doctor will be filming all this. So instead of me flying to Amazon's office, because it's my movie, I'll fly the CEOs on my jet to my office. It's much easier, as I don't feel like what. Last thing I want to do is be stressed out working on the script and doing the concerts and have to fly all the way to America. No, I'll have the CEOs fly to my office. It's a good chance Jeff Bezos will be in the meeting. I highly doubt though, because Jeff Bezos stepped down as CEO. He's no longer CEO of the company. Obviously, he still owns the company, but he's no longer CEO. He stepped down, I heard. And the CEOs of Amazon will be flown to. I'll fly in a good 2 people. I don't know, 2, 3 people. There's a good chance a good 2, 3 CEOs will be flown to Vancouver on my private jet, obviously. And then once they arrive to my office, you know what I'm saying? Even the CEOs, when they see my office, are going to be like, holy shit, SkySource is top notch. I'm saying, Ivan and Vijay own this top high-end, big-ass company. Yeah, man. That's how boss me and wife are going to be. The doc team will be filming this, obviously. I'm going to call it The Big Deal. Obviously, The Big Deal. So it'll be me, my wife, the legal advisor, and the accountant. They'll be with me in the office. There's a good chance Amazon, when I fly in the CEOs to my office, there's a good chance they're also going to bring in lawyers too, obviously. That way both parties will. There's a good chance CEOs are going to bring in lawyers. Just in case, that way what? Just in case SkySource doesn't rip them off. And I'm going to have my lawyer with me. That way what? Amazon doesn't rip them off. I'm also going to have my accountant with me to help me with the numbers, that kind of stuff. To help me with the negotiation of the numbers. That way he can let me know if they're not ripping me off or not. Right, so my legal advisor, he will be what? My legal advisor, he's responsible for creating the contracts, obviously. So I'll tell my legal advisor to create the contract, obviously. And then Amazon will sign what? Amazon will sign their deal. So me and my wife and the Amazon CEOs will be negotiating the contract, obviously. But I told you, there's no room for negotiations for me and my wife. I'm going to be in that room. I'm going to tell her, okay, guys, thank you for meeting with me. You know, saying it's an honor to meet you. I respect your company. I buy a lot of products from your company. Now enough chit chat. Let's talk business. So me and my wife are starting our SkySource Film Entertainment Company. We're what? We started the process of our last overseas film project. We need a distributor to distribute our movies only on 4K Blu-ray, obviously. Part of the contract, I'm also going to write in only on 4K Blu-ray. I'm going to have my legal advisor type in the contract, only only distributed on 4K Blu-ray. That way there. Because I don't want my movies on DVD and I don't want it on Blu-ray. I want it only on 4K Blu-ray. That way my company is unique, obviously. So me and my wife, we talked to the CEOs. Don't forget the doctor will be filming us. Okay, Amazon, we want you guys to be our distributor. Let's negotiate the deal, obviously. And Amazon and SkySource will be negotiating the deal. I'm gonna have my legal advisor writing the contract. So I'm gonna tell you guys, okay, guys, here is my offer. My offer is because this is how it's gonna work. Me and my wife are gonna fund the movie project. We're gonna film the movie. We're also gonna take pictures for posters. We need a distributor for our posters and our movies and our movie, obviously. And I only want my movie in 4K Blu-ray. I'm gonna tell Amazon I only want my movie distributed on 4K Blu-ray, and we're also gonna release 6 posters for this movie. I need a distributor for my posters, obviously. This is the deal. This is my offer. I'm gonna tell you know how in Shark Tank the sharks give the business owners an offer. I'll give you $200,000 for 20%, 20% or something like that. Okay, guys, this is my offer. SkySource gets 60%. SkySource gets a flat 60%. You might hear some noise of all the profits. Obviously, Amazon takes a flat 40% of all the profits. Make sure you write in flat. Make sure you say flat. That way they know That way they know I'm not playing around. Skyscraper gets a flat 60% of all the profits. Never do net or gross deals. No. Skyscraper gets a flat 60% of all the profits. Amazon gets a flat 40% of all the profits. That is my offer. I'm gonna tell them that. This is my offer. I want you guys to be my sole distributors. I don't want anyone else to be my distributor. You guys will be my sole distributors for the poster royalties, for the poster sales, and the 4K Blu-ray movie sales. Skysource gets a flat 60% of all the profits, and Amazon gets a flat 40% of all the profits. That is my offer. And again, the stock team will be filming this. You're gonna get this nice music. I'm also gonna call it the big deal because not only the actors signing their big contracts, me and my wife are signing our own big ass contract too, obviously. As me and my wife are going to be the leads for all our movies. And so we're going to be signing a huge multi-billion dollar contract, obviously. Right? I'm going to say that is my offer. I'm going to keep saying this. If Amazon is greedy and they want more than 40%, they want 41, 42, 43, 44%, I'm going to tell them, look, man, this is my fun. I'm going to tell, when I tell them Skyscraper gets 60%, a flat 60% of all the profits, and Amazon gets a flat 40% of all the profits, I'm going to say, look, man, this is my final offer. There's no room for negotiation. I'm going to tell Amazon CEOs that. If Amazon's greedy and they want 41, 42%, look, man, I'm not what? There's no room for bargaining. This is my final offer. Take it or leave it. So I'm gonna tell Amazon, this is my final offer. I want to do business with you guys. I want both parties to reap the benefits for years to come. This is my final offer. Skyscraper gets a flat 60% of the profits. Amazon gets a flat 40% of the profits. At the same time, you do not take a percentage of any of the payments. You get your flat 40%. That is it. Skyscraper gets your flat 60%, and you don't take a percentage of any of the payments. That's part of the contract. Are you willing to sign this contract with Skysource or not? You put Amazon in a pickle. Amazon's greedy. I'm like, look, man, if you want to be sharks, if you smell blood in the water and you go on a frenzy and you want to be sharks, obviously, because the Amazon CEOs are all sharks, obviously. They're a big ass company. You want to be sharks and you want to take more than 40% of the pie when you're not worth it. I'm being very generous, giving you a flat 4% of the profits. You're more than I will what? I will terminate this deal, this offer, and you guys are missing out, and I'll just release more online. I'm going to tell Amazon, if you guys are greedy and you want a piece of more than 40% of the pie, Skyscraper can just release their movie online on our website, and you guys are missing out on the billions. I'm going to tell that. Either we accept the deal and we make billions together, we give a toast to the future ahead for years to come, or you choose to be greedy, obviously. Yes, I'm greedy, but I'm also generous. I'm willing to give you 40% of all the profits, if not 40% of the profits, which is me being very generous, when in reality you're only worth like 30% of the profits because I'm not special. I'm willing to give you a nice 40% of the flat 40% of all the profits, and Skyscraper gets a flat 60% of all the profits. If you don't like this deal, you're more than welcome to ban the deal, and you're going to miss on all the billions. I'll just release a movie online on my website. I'll make more money anyways, and you guys are now missing on all your bills. I'm going to put Amazon in the pickle, obviously. Which they will accept the deal, obviously, because they know they're going to make a lot of money. 40% is a good chunk of the pie, obviously. They know they're going to make a lot of money. What? From my movie, obviously. I told you, if Amazon's greedy and they want more than 40%, I'm gonna say, look, man, if you don't like this offer, I'm gonna ban it. The offer will not stand. You'll be missing out on your billions, and I'll just release a movie online on my website. I'm going to put Amazon in a pickle. Hence why they're going to accept the deal, obviously. As I put the CEOs in a pickle. Either you accept my deal or you don't accept my deal. That's my offer. Either you accept my one-time offer. This is a one-time offer, a one-time opportunity of a lifetime. Either you accept this deal, or if you don't like the deal, if the deal's not good enough for you, you can reject the deal, and I'll just release a movie online on my website, and you guys are missing out on your billions. And Amazon, because I'm giving them a nice 40%, flat 4% of the profits, which is billions of dollars, they're going to accept the deal, obviously. Then once we sign the deal, me and my wife will sign our contract, obviously. So Ivan and Vijay will sign their nice fat contract. You're going to see 60%, a flat 60% of all profits. A fat deal, a fat paycheck, obviously. A fat deal, obviously. Vijay will sign her contract. I will sign my contract. And the Amazon CEOs will sign their contract, obviously. But I'm going to have my lawyer with me to go over the contract with them. Now, Go over the contracts that way they don't rip me off, obviously. Make sure you say flat 60% of all profits, flat 40% of all profits. It's important that you write flat, that way they don't rip you off, obviously. Flat 40% of all profits, flat 60% of all profits. Never do gross or net deals, no. Say flat 60% of all profits, flat 40% of all profits. That way they don't rip you out. That way the sharks don't rip you off, obviously. As Amazon is a big ass company and the CEOs are obviously sharks. They love money, obviously. And you gotta be careful about the sharks. As the moment I signed with Amazon, me and my wife are now what? We're now swimming with the sharks because Amazon's a big ass company. They're in over 100 countries around the world. They're one of the biggest. They're the biggest distribution company around in the world. They're a huge company. Hence, the moment me and my wife signed that contract with Amazon, we are now what? We are now swimming with the sharks, as we're now doing business with a big ass company, obviously. And Amazon will accept the deal because they know they're going to make their billions off the flat 40%, obviously. And SkySource will make their billions off the 60%. Ivan and Vijay will make their billions off the 60% from the movie, obviously. So not only are the Hollywood actors signing their big ass deal, Ivan and Vijay are signing their big ass deal because what? Because we're the boss, obviously, and we're going to be the leads for all our movies, obviously. And I'm going to call it the big deal. As of the deal that me and my wife are signing with Amazon is a massive deal, man. As me and my wife are going to make like 3.6 billion off the movie and posters, and Amazon will make like 2.5 billion off the movies and posters. Or both parties are going to make a lot of money. If I release the posters separately, which I will, Amazon will tell me, hey, Ivan, I recommend you release the poster separately. I'm like, yeah, I'll release the poster separately. And I recommend you have your movie in Chinese subtitles. China's a huge market. I'm like, yeah, I'll have my movie in subtitles. I'll put money into subtitles for China, Japan, Russia, French, Spanish. You know what I'm saying? That way me and my wife could that way both parties can make more money, obviously. As if I have my movie in Chinese subtitles, Japanese subtitles, me and my wife are going to make a shitload more money because China's a huge market for movies. Obviously. And I will release my movie in subtitles. French subtitles, Chinese subtitles, Japanese subtitles, Korean subtitles, Russian. Russia's a big market too. Most people in Europe all people in Europe speak English pretty much. And Spanish, and that's enough. That's enough for the subtitles, obviously. And maybe Arabic or something like that. And that way you have that, and that's good enough for the markets, obviously. As most people in Europe speak English. A lot of people in Europe speak their own language, obviously, like Swedish, Norwegian, all stuff. But most people in Norway and in Sweden, they all speak English. So they can all understand English, obviously. Right? And once we shake the deal, and me and my wife sign the contracts, and the Amazon CEO signed the contract, we shake the deal, and I can even have the CEOs part up my condo afterwards. I'll do a takeout with them.